Hey everyone, the last Shoegazer here with a movie review of my good buddy Dave Maggott's independent film, Groundhog. This is presented by his friend Matthew Fisher, and you can see that Dave's name is Dave McDonough, printed here on the cover of the film. He wrote, directed, edited, and also did the music for this film. So he, really had a creative hand, and kind of was at the reins of this. He kind of co-produced it, along with a couple other folks, including Matthew Fisher. And he also acts in the film, which was kind of unexpected for him because one of the actors kind of had to bail out at the last minute, and they were going to be short someone for one of the office scenes that was actually really funny. And Dave decided to kind of jump in and do some acting, which he's had some experience with. So it was really cool to go into this knowing that he was kind of the mastermind behind this film. Came up with a really original theme. Definitely had some familiar elements that he was obviously paying tribute to a lot of his favorite kind of slasher films, some classics that he mentions in the special features of the film. But it's definitely an original story. It has some tragic moments balanced with some really hilarious moments, and some really gory scenes. So overall, this is extremely entertaining. I found it very enjoyable. His music score for the film was, I thought, very fitting. He said he was kind of going for a mixture of some different inspirations, one of them being John Carpenter's music in Halloween, which I could definitely pick up on that. But Dave is extremely talented. I was really happy to see him getting this film ready in one of his recent videos, and he seemed really excited about it. I think he was going to start selling them that weekend at a convention, actually in Pennsylvania, which I was unable to attend, but I got in touch with him and told him I'd love to support him and buy one of his DVDs, and he was gracious enough to throw in some bonus content for me. But yeah, overall, this is a really cool throwback slasher. Like I said, not only is the music kind of paying tribute to some classics, but the overall story and just his approach is an obvious nod to some of his favorites. But it follows this guy here, Logan. He's just kind of a normal guy. He's part of like a news production crew, and he and his partner, which it looks like is someone who he's interested in. I think it's his girlfriend, possibly. They go and cover. It's kind of like a Punxsutawney Phil, kind of story. But they're going to see, if the local groundhog is going to see his shadow or not. And lo and behold, he does predict that there's going to be 6 more weeks of winter. So that kind of throws a negative spin into an otherwise really positive opening to the film. Everyone's cheering and excited, and and then everyone's kind of let down. I'm not going to give anything away here, but something tragic happens after their news coverage, and then he goes through a really tough time after that, and then just spirals into madness. And what happens throughout the film is like I said, a mixture of tragedy, but has a great balance of comedic elements. The practical effects, the gore, it just all looks really great. It's really entertaining. Dave mentioned in one of his little interviews there that they got a ton of gallons of fake blood and guts and stuff to pull this off, and they had a really fun time with it. So I really enjoyed the behind the scenes featurette and some of the other special features there. But yeah, I would highly recommend this if you're a fan of 80s slashers, you know, like a kind of a retro throwback kind of feel. You know, it does have sort of a holiday kind of atmosphere. It's snowy, and some of the scenes take place at a local Groundhog themed bed and breakfast. So it's kind of you know, all over the place with the terrain that it covers, going from the site where they're doing the news coverage, and you know, there's a lot of different types of settings in the film, and I thought they did a really nice job pulling this off, and the interior scenes matched with the cool wintry exterior scenes. It just it's really surprisingly atmospheric and kind of chilling. And there's one scene with a snow shovel that was particularly disturbing. But you know, it doesn't take itself too seriously. They have a lot of fun with it. The groundhog is obviously not a real groundhog, you know, for for realistic reasons, to, you know, get a tame groundhog to you know, have some acting skills under his belt for an indie film is kind of unrealistic. But you know, they had fun with it, and I did as well. So if you're, you know, not a subscriber to Dave's YouTube channel, I'm going to link that in the description here. You can get in contact with him. He's a very laid back guy. He's a great friend of mine. Just really easy to talk to, very personable. Yeah, good person. And he did a really great job, you know, producing this film, and he had his hand in the majority of the production of this. Definitely has a really cool indie feel, but it's really entertaining and worth $10. So yeah, thanks again, Dave. Yeah, I really really love this. This is awesome. I'm excited to check out more of your work over the years, and yeah, thank you for your friendship, and yeah, sending me a really cool copy of your new film. So check out Groundhog, go support Dave. Yeah, I highly recommend it. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.